Girls Gone Wild has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy because apparently Joe Francis owes Steve Wynn of Vegas fame $10 million and he doesn't want to pay it.
Oh, that's so funny.
So, according to a statement released by Girls Gone Wild, they're actually not in financial trouble. In fact, here's the exact statement. They say Girls Gone Wild remains strong as a company and strong financially. The only reason Girls Gone Wild has elected to file for this reorganization is to restructure its frivolous and burdensome legal affairs.
Is that even legal? Is that
That's what I'm saying. I'm very surprised that you can just be like, you know what, we're doing fine financially, and then you like brag about it. But we're just doing this because we don't want to have to pay Steve Wynn the $10 million that we owe him.
Yeah, okay, well then couldn't you be a douche and get sued by everybody and then be like, nah, we're not going to pay any of you, we filed for bankruptcy and we're back! And now we're back to making money. You know, I think that a judge is going to have to rule on that,
right.
And so I think it's a little less clear than they think it is. That it's not as easy a process as just, okay, I filed for bankruptcy, so I win.
So here are my thoughts. Okay, I think that they're not doing well financially. This is just my speculation, and the reason why I say that is because who buys Girls Gone Wild DVDs these days? Or
who buys DVDs these days?
Yeah, like I feel like
who pays for boobs when there's a thing called the internet these days?
Exactly. I feel like you know, Joe Francis is just being a boob here. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I'm unbearable. But let me tell you very quickly why he owes Steve Wynn money, which shows you that he's even more of a boob than he looks. Anyway, so basically, he owed Steve Wynn $2 million after gambling at his casino in Vegas and losing, right? Mm-hmm. And Steve Wynn was like, dude, you got to pay me back the $2 million. What's going on? So he filed a lawsuit against him. Now, while that lawsuit was happening, Joe Francis told the court that Steve Wynn had threatened to kill him, that he had threatened to hit him over the head with the shovel and then dig a hole in the desert and bury him, right? Mm-hmm. And then the jury found out that no, this is completely false. Steve Wynn sued for defamation and he won. So that $2 million lawsuit turned into a $20 million ruling by the jury. The jury asked him to pay, or demanded that he pay Steve Wynn $20 million for defamation.
No, look, let's call it what it is. First of all, Joe Francis, to be fair to him, was a genius in the first place, right? Hey, girls, show me your tits and I get the money. Okay, genius. Let's call it what it is. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Exploiting drunk women.
Okay.
Great business
but
idea.
If you're a capitalist, right, and he probably slept with half those women, so it is what it is, and give credit where credit is due, right? Then he turns around and is the dumbest guy on the planet. I mean, first of all, losing $2 million in a casino, well played, nicely done, right? Okay, I mean that's so stupid. That's the only kind of thing Bill Bennett would do, right? Our former education secretary, who lost $8 million in casinos, by the way, playing slots. I mean, you want to talk about a loser?
Oh my God.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. So anyway, you lose $2 million, and then I could not have conceived of how you could turn a $2 million loss into a $20 million loss without even gambling. God, that is so dumb, so poorly played. And then he's like, oh, I got it, dude. I'll file for bankruptcy. Yeah, then you won't get anything and I'll be back. I don't know. Look, and what it is it's greed run amok. Mm-hmm. It's not like he needed money when he was gambling, right? He had all the money in the world at the time. Instead, what did he do? He lost it, right? And remember, he spent over 300 days in jail because of tax evasion, because he didn't want to pay $500,000, right? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I mean, you were on top of the world, and just because you were a little extra greedy, you spent all that time in jail, and then you lost all your money because you're a schmuck. So, man, the best of times, the worst of times, Joe Francis in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A total boob.